Hello, everyone. Welcome to another brief lecture for our Philosophy 101 material. This is an introduction to philosophy of religion, a major and historical part of philosophy. The connection between philosophy and religion has been, despite some, I think, misconceptions and stereotypes, been a rather strong one. Sometimes I hear the stereotype that all philosophers are atheists. Historically, that's just not true. Philosophers have been interested in questions of God's existence and properties of God and the afterlife for as long as philosophy has been around. So we're going to start with the reasons to believe, the theoretical arguments that have played a crucial role in the history of philosophy and also play a crucial role in theology, the study of certain conceptions of God. So hopefully, as always, you're able to read the chapter first. There's, I think, a lot of great stuff in the second chapter of the Phil of Religion book. And we'll go through each of the major arguments, the theoretical arguments in this relatively brief lecture. Okay, so as I said, philosophy of religion has been a major part or subdiscipline within philosophy, going back to even before the times of the monotheistic traditions. And so by monotheistic, I mean Christianity, Judaism, Islam. If you go back and look at ancient Chinese philosophy and ancient Greek philosophy, they were also very concerned with what lies beyond, right? The metaphysical questions that we talked about before. So one way to separate philosophy of religion from other discussions of religion is that philosophers of religion are interested in the justification for belief in God, whether there are good reasons and what those reasons are. So it's not that in philosophy of religion, we're asking how you came to have a belief, right? Because that would be an exercise in anthropology of religion or sociology of religion or even psychology. But philosophers, as I'm sure you've come to appreciate by now, we're concerned with whether the belief is supported by good reasons, whether claims about God or a God's existence can be justified by good, compelling arguments. Okay. Obviously, a lot of people over human history have tried to define religion. As I'm sure you can imagine, that's a very difficult task. I think that I agree that it's rather difficult, but I do at the end of the day think that there are more helpful or better definitions than others. It's not that I think that there are any perfect definitions of what it means to be a religion, but I think we can start somewhere. And various sociologists and anthropologists have tried to frame things in terms of beliefs in the supernatural, or Emil Durkheim's famous discussion of religion has to involve the notion of the sacred. But invariably, these definitions can be too narrow or even too broad, respectively, because lots of human endeavors might dabble in the supernatural or even invoke the sacred. Also, we don't want to confuse philosophy of religion with theology, which I mentioned before. So certainly there's some overlap. Philosophers of religion ask some similar questions, but they begin from different assumptions. In philosophy of religion, we try to seek answers for questions using analytic deductive reasoning, the kind that we've been highlighting thus far in our class. And we assume nothing metaphysically in terms of we don't take anything as a given. Whereas in theology, you usually start from the Christian tradition or the tradition of Islam or Judaism or even other religions. So theology tends to answer questions using scriptural demonstrations specific to the relevant religious doctrine.